When I say apex, you say zero. Apex? Zero. Apex? Zero. When I say apex, you say zero. Apex? Zero. Apex? Zero.
Apex Zero, I am fucking BRAYDZ up in this shit. You get me? Apex Zero launch party, reality provoking
Oh, you
liberation.
filming this shit? I'm there like, yo, this is an outtake shit. This is some outtake shit. I'm there posing and shit, getting my fucking pout on and shit like that, yo. This is I am BRAYDZ. Me and Apex, first and last, go way fucking back.
Yeah, boy.
So this is a family thing. It's not no friends like we linked up on Facebook and you know, email music. It's not one of those.
Organic.
This is some family shit.
My man's my brother. One of my earliest fucking inspirations in UK hip hop. Blind Alphabet days. You get me?
So
I
I'm
am
saying
BRAYDZ.
like, boy, like straight love, like this.
You get me?
It's not as segregated as people think.
You get me?
That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
All love.
Triple darkness, B.
Triple darkness. You get me?
Express and last.
Yes, brother.
That being a penalty, insanity, eternity, you heard of me. One of adamantium and energy, calligraphy. This position brings you got the worst of me. Worst of me, juggernaut and anabolic steroids. My pocket is to the strength of 100 million you get the drip before you force the man to give your face a lift. Time to knock you out and call your team of boys to get the bitch. Rich bitch, like Rick James or Slick Rick. Tell great stories and give your chicks some good stick. Make a strip, show me the tits. The milk's gone burn on the iron one. Show me the cash on me, yeah.
We're up at the launch party for my album, Reality Provoking Liberation. I am BRAYDZ just killed this set. You know what I mean? CAXTON process still to come. We're just getting warmed up, getting the band set up and everything. We're ready to go. We got a nice set, man. All tunes off the album except for one featuring MC Killer, Key to Our Survival. It's been nice, man. You know what I mean? My first time doing it with a live band, building it up and getting, you know, the energy of the band is beautiful and it's live and the crowd are gonna feel it. You get me? We just gotta perform now like we've been doing and we're ready to go. You get me? So, you know what I mean? Representing real talk, real truth. You know what I mean? And putting it out there for people. You know what I'm saying? Apex Zero.
I mean to get away, I find a better day but catching the focus I lost cause I let it stray. But set it straight before I reach heaven's gate, dedicate my life so with death I can celebrate. I'm done slept through the press on a better hate, dwelling on the past, set my targets to elevate. Penetrate through the signs that we generate. Cats and breasts catching heads when I let it straight. Force to devastate here, running from no line. Switch out the program and shots to my old vibe. My people, our people, yo. Usually when we do a show, man, that's the arse, you get me, what is hip hop in this building. Man ain't got us today. Yeah. Man ain't got us today. B-boys, DJs, the only thing that's missing is the grabs, but we'll get there. Watch your toilets. You get me? But yo, on the real, is hip hop in this building? Yeah! Is hip hop in this building? Yeah! Okay.
The set list for today, we've got starting up with Spray the Roof, you know what I mean, featuring Omeza from First and Last, POZ. I mean, the whole album basically is about, you know what I mean, moving forward as a people, unifying, getting organized, and starting this revolution. You know what I mean? No more saying, oh, it's not going to be in our lifetime. If we keep saying that it's not going to happen, we're starting to put the tools into our kids' hands. You know what I'm saying? So every track on my album is about exposing what's going on, but not just saying what's going on, but about building ways to move forward and educating people, but also encouraging action, real action in the physical, material world. You know what I mean? And Spray the Roof is one of them ones where we're trying to marry the raw hip-hop style and bring together the raw message. So anyone who knows us know that we bring the mosh pit wherever we go. We bring the mosh pit. So we're marrying the education with the raw hip-hop energy, neo-hardcore. You know what I'm saying? That's Spray the Roof.
I'm delivering messages on the capitated bar. I need a reference. I just want to leave a medal with a spoken bar. Those are not the folks I draw. I have the person law. And you stop. Who is marked for my fire? This is never reach a better star. Cyanide is in track. It's open if the race of things you ain't can make a sick track. Ain't got no flow. There is a so-so. Not your so. Like a rolling soda with the arch enemy of both. We lose to you. You will never see the day. I'm out of my complaint with the day and just like DNA. But my battle to the day I see my place. Then I can behave like a warrior. Fight the rules or fuck the law. Only your enemy I spit back up. Rapping on all ever since I'm part of my fucking rhythm. When I say inside we back him up and turn. You have to run for every time you have to pay the access time. That's why there's no fiction. You ain't no MC, you're sitting with your wrong diction. You would never pop for opposites like Louis B and Dixon.
Our times, that track was inspired by, you know what I mean, the amount of mostly our children, but not just our kids, older brothers and sisters as well. We're still killing each other in these streets, you know what I mean? And the reality of our life is, these are our times, this is our struggle in our lives, and that shit never gets documented the way it should be, you understand? A lot of wars around the world are being told and are being exposed, and people sort of have something to say about it, but not trying to actually fix up the things that are, not trying to fix up what's going on our own streets, in our own communities, and that's where it starts. You fix yourself, you fix your family, you fix your community, then we can start talking about fixing the world, you get me? But it's all connected, so that's what our times is about, representing the struggle that's going on.
Our times we live in it. Wanna make a change, we must make it. And we must make it now. Slim you on the video for this, yo. Yo. Big up to Kyra. Yo. Upon these waiting islands, we roll hard, sick and full of pride. Too many cross in the network, so we dark in the shadow. On the roadside, trying to get by. To make ends meet, playing parcel, with wrapped up trees. The price had to change on the goodie bags. I'm going out, be a broke and start getting paid. Without saving my life away. So I'm on the whole hustle and bustle. Trying to get that money, that's untaxable. I'm never getting to the level, trying to get what the central of this. The city, my mind stays turning green. So high with the police trying to collect our signal. A suspect in the mind, cause I've got icy free skin. But it's all we'll see who they go. I bet the rest agree. To build my mind control, taking your soul. To be the money, don't be quick, heavy or water line I need. It's easy to grab your heart and snap it out. If you play on your speed, anybody's a B&B go. You catch me there, I am ready, don't be CEO. First and last and POJ. They don't turn up, we start war with the pigs instead. We got beats to break your head, we got beats to break your head. These are our times, our struggles in our lives, our grind, our visions in our eyes. Our war stories will be kept in the archives. Our times, our struggles in our lives, so our times, our struggles in our lives, our grind, our visions in our eyes. Our war stories will be kept in the archives. Our times, our struggles, our lives,
Meeting of the continents, obviously Hassan Salam couldn't be here and BRAYDZ had to duck out, so we're going to do a short modified version. But you get me, that's just about the fact that all of us on that track, we're part of the African diaspora. No matter what continent we're on, we're still fighting the same struggle globally. You know? Power Source, like I was saying in the beginning, the album is unified, organized, revolution. You know what I mean? And that's the order man spits the hook on that track on Power Source. Like it says in the intro as well. I line up myself with all the brothers and sisters who are fighting this struggle, you know what I mean, globally, whether it's Palestine, whether it's on the African continent, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in Asia, anyone who wants to see a change for real, not just like talk about change, not just like allude to it in some way, but actually go about building and creating that change. That's what Power Source is about, by saying, we are not human resources, we are where the power source is, we are the power. Until we change it, it won't change, you understand me? So, that's what that's about, you get me?
This is a being on the continents. It's a being on the continents. Yo, it's a being on the continents. Every year when I am 20 pay, I am so scared to use like easy use to cause I had to sell it. 20 something with the 10, moving so the river sticks and hold that wickedness, reading images, wickedness outside time, but inside infinity. Like inside the line, the rock and every imagery. Shiver really, not in the cold and waste in their soul. Every manifest, and rhyme from weapons such as poison out the sound. Used to shooting for respect and business and business. Like you no mind, no vision, cause I'm their souls missing. Don't rehabilitate in the nowadays of my state. For the sake of stayers, they will stay class. Say the biggest thing that goes is power and control and time saver papers. Poverty from government design is a breakers. We didn't manipulate and keep us on the last day, on repeat. When the punches spit and written on the future speak. We were speaking death, listen. As a result of the quest, Chris. The man that bless my vision and the breakers of our justice space. Another continent. I'll be another continent. Yeah, it takes to be another continent. I'll be another continent.
Key to our survival, MC Killer, we made that after we come back from Berlin for the EO Dub thing a few years ago. Just linked up with my man, you know what I mean? The same place CAXTON Press was born, you get me? It's the same place that tune was born out of, you know what I mean? Just saying, constant exposure, you know what I mean? Exposing what's going on to the world. And it's like, yo, there's a lot of talk about religion and other things and sort of social theories and how we can improve the world. But what we need to think about is what's the key, first and foremost, to our survival, Black Panther style. It's all good about talking about revolution, but if we're not here to fight the fight, how's it going to happen? You know, so we need to survive first, use that survival tactic to create ways of moving forward, and then use the strength we build to take our freedom for ourselves, That's what's important. No one else can do it for us, you get me?
This is my brother right here, MC Killer. One of the illest MCs I have ever heard. UK, US don't give a fuck, ever. Let's do this thing. Yo. What's the key to our survival? What's the key to our survival?
What's the key to our survival?
If we put up on this payment and payment is slick. Economic ways and class containment, prison bars and rates set. Shut up, knock your mind down. Spit the price out to meet the fight out. Conform to what you're told to do. Make your mold and move your body shoes. Swapping lives, walking road, made a transition from angelic to corrupted. Brothers killing us and sisters getting double dicks. Sucking double dicks in public. Or caught up in this drug shit. Even users or producers. Depending on the nature of the nurture you'll grow up with. Those who cry lies, I let them see it when I bust this. You can trust this. Once we run up in the system, truth will stay as scarce as justice. And change needs to erupt quick. But it's gonna take some time to blow. Blind must be shown, unaware needs to get to know. So you can find out this job, I'm about What's the key to our survival? Is it unified lives or the murders of our rivals? Is it surviving Qurans or revivals? In our wrong minds, we're living through our silent times.
After that, Don't Follow the Image, featuring Amy True again from CAXTON Press, did that at the same sort of time. And she kills it obviously with the vocals as she always does. What that tune's a message for our children. You know what I mean? When we're growing up, we're told that, you know what I mean, this rapper, this celebrity, this person, they're what you should be aspiring to. And a lot of the time in our communities, the people who've got the most success are those drug dealers, you know what I mean, or those criminals. And obviously, that's a result of the poverty that we're living in, you know what I mean? It's relative, but there's a lot of struggle going on in this city and in this country. And if you're looking up to those people, a lot of the time you're being guided by these elders, but you're not even necessarily being guided by them elders. A lot of the elders around will be saying, nah, don't be doing these things, but you have this image portrayed to you, usually by the media, that, yo, this is the way you need to be, this is the way to go. And that's dangerous, and that's what's getting our children killed, you know? And until we start fixing that, like I said, the next generation isn't gonna be around the same way that we are. So we need to be constantly trying to teach our children, don't follow that image. It's about your life. You have one life. There's no dress rehearsal, you have one life. You live it. If you get locked up for 25 years for doing something that isn't even benefiting you, it's not benefiting your people, it's not benefiting your community, there's no progress in that. No progress in that. Nelson Mandela would have been the first to tell you, doing 27 years in prison isn't the one. You know what I mean? And he still come out sane. You know what I mean? More than sane, inspired. A lot of people don't. I've got family members who've been to prison, they come out and they're damaged. You know what I mean? And it's like, until we start trying to save our children from this situation, it's gonna keep going on and keep going on and keep going on. You get me? So don't follow the image. That's what that track's about.
Yo, don't follow the image. You're born into the struggle, then that's the friends and family around you. Watching the land decay, that building that's around you. You're nothing short of money, you're short of a life. You watch the TV every day, the thing I think you wish you had. Like a lawyer on the floor, in little shit the place that use condoms. Throw glasses who was on the floor, and the arms that keep holding the elephant you ever saw. On a wet contract, it's like a boss that you're for. So I don't ever remember to the oldest you show. They got the cars to take the rappers in the videos you want. They got the hot gas, no one trying to get it. They got the yellow pin, power, so that's how you're gonna get it. Strong anyone who tries this, living they get a shine. Soon as you break, shine over see the money stash. Yo, make a little show. You won't tell you die cause it's broke. He's never had a show, you're making on the road. Money and power, baby, in the day you see. You wanna go, show the image, the person that you want to be. In reality, no one is on the six. Nobody is like this. That is people to the line of wish. You know what you ain't got, they ain't the shoulder of the game. But you're not seeing you, not the wrong one. You treading, y'all. The image on your back, what's the truth, change your motive. They follow when they were doing who you wanna be. Who you wanna be, you wanna go. Yeah.
Living life like a dream.
Living life like a dream.
Trying to make it on your own. What do you believe?
Yeah.
You wanna live your life for free.
Yeah.
It's kinda hard to live.
up with a lifestyle looking fresh. Going girls hustling to make you break. Promises. Boys that you never let no weak link in a jail. But then close to imprisonment or being dead. The threats are fate and the close to split. Keeping lust with every shot. You don't know who to trust. You still wanna be that war guy. Hardcore smell about the drugs, yo. You are fast from the ground crime. Now you ain't scared to shoot them sluts. Falling down like you're invincible.
Chaotic Revolt, which is about. I wrote that after the uprisings in 2011 that a lot of people call riots. You know what I mean? You're right, you can call it a riot, but there's more to it than that. It was an uprising. You know, a lot of people at the time and even afterwards saying that wasn't the revolution. No, I mean, of course it wasn't the revolution because you know what I mean? Nothing changed. Revolution is change. You know them ones. But what we constantly dismiss is the process of revolution. Revolution is a process. It's not something that happens overnight. You build towards it. If you read Frantz Fanon will tell you in The Wretched of the Earth. When the people of Algeria were colonized, they started fighting each other because they couldn't fight the slave master. They'll kill you. You know what I mean? So you start fighting each other. The more anger you take out on each other, you start realizing that's not what we need to be doing. So you start fighting against the establishment. You start fighting against your oppressor. Maybe not directly straight away, but smashing shops that are in our community to exploit us, that's not our community. Smashing fucking JD Sports and fucking all these other things and Currys and Tesco, their only role in our community is to take our money and give us poison. Nothing else. You smash up them shops, you're not smashing up your community. You know what I mean? You're smashing up a symbol of the oppression that we're living constantly. You know, so boy, steal from them as much as you can, you know, and use what you have. The thing is though, you don't go on the fucking internet with pictures of the shit you've got and get yourself fucking put in prison. You use what you've taken to what? Benefit yourself, benefit your family, and benefit the community. You know what I mean? And then as well, whatever you want to call it, the activists or the people who call themselves a vanguard, instead of fucking dismissing the people who are doing these things, that's the force. You know what I mean? If they're showing that brothers and sisters will go on road and take action that they need to be taken to survive, that's what needs to be channeled. That energy, that essence is the essence of revolution. That might not have been the revolution, but that was the essence of revolution that needs to be harnessed to make a genuine change. Don't criticize things because you know what I mean? It's not perfect. Nothing's perfect. There's no such thing as perfect revolution. Again, Mandela would have told you that. You know what I mean? Che would have told you that.
Can you like revolt? Yo! Can you like revolt? Coming in, brother. Yo! Can you like revolt? Revelry, murder in the soul. We rebel as individuals, waiting on a miracle. Freedom as realities and dream of all cars. Till we organize and unify, that's why we live and change inside the shadow valley. On an arrow's carrying recipes of left with no and left. In the spot, our life is war, all the men, since they never know my friends. We kill our coalition with shouts and bells. Looking criminal shots of marches, we run these roads, looking charges. Rockets with men who swore they was the hardest. And live with no love and die cold blood. It's this horror system that we're trying to lose the whole world down. And peace and business need to separate us. They make us hate us. What's called the national wars and fought for causes that they make up. We dance with the devil, or we dance with death. Cross the press, need the war results to make sure West the power plus us fed. Plus the amazing problems, applications. Let's get books and real sticks and drugs. Know the book that's on the biggest crooks. We get 5 years for knocking cookies from the lifestyle. They make beating us and drop bombs, these things right down. I'm also named as real true protectors. Shady up and see I keep your humble fake pretenders. Yo, from the brothers that ain't custody. Take it from the fake group. And I'm like, hey, screw the rulers at the
And then we finished the show with Obtain Bearing, which is like it's a more personal track, looking internal rather than, you know what I mean, external, and seeing how, you know what I mean, just putting some of my thoughts out there and saying, you get me, you walk a certain path in life, it's frustrating and it's difficult and you feel to stop, but the reality is if you stop fighting, they win. And if they win, we all lose, because the planet's dead and we're all dead with it. You know what I mean? So that's the set order there.
Brothers and sisters, we love you, man. In all seriousness, thank you so much for coming out and representing for us, man. Representing the reality provoking liberation, yo. Shouts to CAXTON. Make some noise for Hoochinoo up in this, man. These brothers now. Make some noise for Global Faction for me as well up in the building, and Jimmy Chiba. Yeah. DJ Steve, DJ Snuff, yo. Everyone involved, I am BRAYDZ Peaches. One more time, make some noise for your fucking selves, man. We are the solution. We are the solution. It comes from us, no one else. But yo, we're gonna send you off on something to think about, you get me? Slightly different tone, man. Because, you know what I mean? The struggle is hard. Real talk, the struggle is hard, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes you gotta look inside yourself for the answer. It don't always come from the outside, man. Let's go. Yo. That is a difficult thing. I know every single day, every single one of us thinks to themselves, yo, fuck it, like, man, he's gonna give up. But the reality of the situation is, if we give up, then they win. And if they win, we all lose. There'll be no earth left. Yo. So we march on, battle on, towards our freedom. That we must create. Let's help each other do it. Yo. I wander down my journey's path, living a split existence. My body goes through life's routines, my spirit uses for business. Each connected by my mind, hold down my heavy thoughts and breathe. Thought from what my body's lived, all the pain my spirit sees. Upon this earth, when people kill and die for what they think is right. Walking through darkness, we fly over the seas of light. Overflowing from the same source, we all harbor the same force. Trying to make something of life before it's run its course. I try to find myself, my direction. Search for God to misconception, so I can voice my praise and questions through a clear and crisp connection.
Apex Zero, reality provoking liberation. You get me? Respect.
We are not the fucking human resources they tell us that we are. We are where the power is. Yo. The saying goes, united we stand, divided we fall. Our people stand